Hi. Good afternoon. So, I want to bring you a quick update on volatility 75. Okay. This morning I recorded, but I think the audio was muted, so I couldn't post the video. But now I think it's even a set time for me to record this and then post it for you guys. So let's go to the higher time frame on the volatility. As I told you earlier, I have my expectations, and my expectations are that price will still shoot up into the sky to that price level where I've placed my trades. I'm expecting that price will definitely rise to that level. Yes, before it rallies down, for me to take some nice bounty cash there. Now, at the moment, you can see a lot of consolidation, but I can still see something within. So let me show you what I'm seeing here. The gap that was created a few days back on the 4-hour time frame has been taken fully, and price is still, playing some children plays in that gap. But let's go to the 1-hour time frame. So what do you see here? You notice that there was what's the name? There was an order block here that price bounced away from it. Let me do it well so that you see the other block here. And those who even trade with other blocks, as taught by my mentor, there's this block here which actually bounced the price back up. When it hit it, it bounced price back up. How many pips? Let's say almost wow, that's kind of cool. Almost 33. So assuming you were in this trade, you would have taken some $33, even the lowest possible minimum lot size. Alright, but okay, let me still go down to my 1-hour time frame and then show you what I'm seeing here. Here I can see two liquidity pool areas, one being on this side on top of this, and then another being here just below these 2 wicks. This is what we call the liquidity pool areas. Okay, so here we are assuming that, not that just assuming, but the retail market feels that this is a support line and then this is a resistance line. But the market makers know that this area where retailers feel that the support, so price must bounce back away, actually contains a lot of orders. Okay, they contain a lot of sell stops here. So what they are actually trying to do is that they are waiting for the market, the retailers, to come down and trade this way, trade deep down into this side, with the hope that price will bounce back, especially on this level. That is the retail mindset, that it will bounce back from here and go up. But the reality is that it can dive deeper into it and take all the sell stops they have here, okay, before it fully goes into the buy position. Okay, so this is my expectation. Price will definitely dive deeper into this and take all the liquidity pools we have here, before it will bounce back and come and take the liquidity pool up here. Alright, so before it will bounce back and come and take all the liquidity up here. Why? Because my premise for the market now is a bullish one. Okay, so this is my premise. So look at this chart very well, and this is my premise. So immediately we have the price breaking down into this area, and it trades down into, let's say, some of these other blocks here. I'm sure it may even eat down into it. When it breaks down, now that won't be the entry point. The entry point will be we'd have to wait when price comes back up, okay, and then it forms an order block around this area. So any other block that will be formed around this area, this zone, any other block that will be formed around this zone would be a potential entry point, would be a potential entry point, right? So any other block that will be formed inside this area will be a potential entry. Sorry. Okay, so that's my analysis. So take this as the other block. So after it has broken down, after price has broken down and it's below this line, let me put the below this line, and it comes back up. We are expecting price to be bounced off on either an order block. A typical example is something like this. So for instance, if it forms something like this, if it breaks down and forms something like this, okay, with the last bearish closing candle, so if it bounces off and it forms something like this, okay, then that's what we call an order block. Okay, I'll take my time and go through other blocks another time, but for now I'm giving you a nice setup here, so just keep your eyes open to see what is going to happen. Okay, there are two things. Take note. My premises are not or my setups are not take the trade now or do this now. I give you a setup that can happen ahead, so that when all the premise that I'm giving lines up, then you are good to take a trade. Okay, so it can equally happen on the upside. First, it can take the liquidity up here before it comes down to take the liquidity down here. I'm believing that it's going to take what is down here before it goes up, because my bias for the market now is a bullish one. Okay, so let's just stay wake and watch what's going to happen. All right, so this is what I'm perceiving. Okay, let me do the arrows well so that you know what I actually said. So price coming down into this, and then it will bounce back up here. Okay, and then when you see a retracement into the OB, then you are good to go. All right, so this is basically the premise, or what I'm trying to get your attention to. All right, so guys, do have a nice afternoon, and then I'll be back with some more further tutorials and notes on this. Okay, all right, so do have a nice afternoon. Stay blessed too.